Hello, friends. My name is Deepak, and today I want to talk to you about a company that's keep coming up on our bi-weekly discussion calls. Company name is Celsius, and as you guys know, I love to study businesses and try to learn some lessons from them. See if we can figure out some of the cool things they are doing that we can apply in our businesses, and we can become a better business owners. Right? I mean, there's so many case studies. Why not learn from others? So then by studying businesses we become better investors. Obviously we become better business owners, so it's a wonderful strategy. So let me uh, share some thoughts about Celsius, because I was at a Costco and I saw a big stack of Celsius there. So that kind of inspired me. I'm like, okay, there's the drink is making to Costco, meaning something must be happening here. So I thought, let's research this company a little bit more and see if I can look at it from a business point of view. I'm not going to be looking at the financial statements or the balance sheet or anything like that today. I just want to try to understand the business. So when I look at the energy drink, Celsius, and I look at some of the other energy drinks, I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, they all look the same. They all do the same job. So what's going on with Celsius? Have they found a new formula that is just so awesome that people are living it, loving it, or is there something more to it? So let's go back into the history of Celsius, see if we can try to figure that out. So a lot of time on our discussion calls, people said that Celsius is so great because people are using it as a weight loss drug, you know, and it's awesome because other companies can't compete with that. It's a unique formula. So, is that really true? Well, here's the answer. Celsius actually is not a new company. They've been around for a long time. In matter of fact, several years ago, they got delisted from the stock exchange because company was really not able to do anything in the weight loss category or energy drink category or whatnot. So there's nothing new here. It's been around for a long time. In matter of fact, more people that I speak with today look at the Celsius as an energy drink, but back in the days, they were really more focused on, marketing it as a weight loss kind of a drink, and that did not work. So everybody who told me on the discussion call that, hey, this is a weight loss kind of a product, I don't know if that's the key value proposition here, because they tried that before and that got them nowhere. Like I said, they got delisted from the stock exchange. So when you look at the ingredients of Celsius, it's basically high caffeine and no sugar. So you guys know that the combination of caffeine and sugar is not really good for our health. But hey, we drink tea, we drink coffee, and we put a lot of sugar in it and definitely have a lot of caffeine in it. But what if you can have caffeine without the sugar? So that's the key ingredients of this product. But they haven't changed. If you look at the product, 10 years ago, you look at the product now, it's almost the same product. So what has really changed? So back in the days, Celsius was telling people that, hey, look, we have this special drink that has thermogenic properties, which simply means that it can burn calories for you. So drink it and it just burn calories for you. That was their marketing message back in the days. And then back in 2008, there was a gentleman named Carl DeSantis. I think he made a lot of money in selling vitamins. He got interested in this product and he says, look, this is just like any other vitamin. People love having vitamin. So I can sell this product as well. And he invested in the company, but that didn't really help a whole lot. They spent a lot of money in marketing using that scenario that, hey, you can burn calories. It's just like a good vitamin. Everybody should have it. You can probably find some of those ads, but that was their philosophy back then. But it just didn't really work that well. I think by the year 2011, company disappeared. Like it just simply delisted. Then in 2012, major management change happened. They got themselves a new CEO, Jerry David. But I think even more important part was they got marketing guru Jack Trout. So remember this word, Jack Trout. You can find a couple of books that he has written. He specializes in differentiating your brand from everybody else. So I think Carl recognized that when a customer look at this product, when they go to a shopping center, they look at the product, they're not able to figure out why they should buy this. They cannot see a real good value in this product. So they hired this guy Jack Trout. They brought him in to deal with the marketing aspect, and that's where the changes start to happen. So what did he do? When he came in, he immediately recognized that we cannot just be an energy drink that burns calories. You know, that's just not as popular with people as a company would like it to be. And obviously, we can tell that by taking a look at their financial statements back in the days. They were just not able to capture the market share. So what he suggested was that we need to rebrand the packaging. And that's what did the magic. So think about it. A company, same product, same company. And messaging was that's an energy, it was a calorie burning drink. You can lose weight by drinking this drink. And then 2012, Jack Trout comes along and he said, look, that message is not resonating with your customer. And he was able to turn the company around. And I'll share how he did that just in a second. But all of you business owners, I mean, think about you. Is your brand differentiated from other brands with other competition? And it's not what you think, it's what your customers think. Are your customers able to differentiate? For example, if you're selling estate planning services, can your customer tell the difference between you and your competitor? Or do they say, oh, you both do estate planning and that's the end of it? Or for me, for example, you know, are, are my customers able to tell the difference between tax planner A versus me? People need to be able to clearly understand that, and they should be able to tell their friends because friends like telling stories to each other. So you know John needs to be able to go to Jack and say, I like to do business with tax code advisor because ABCD. That's here are the reasons why they're different than everybody else. Whether it's the pricing, whether it's the quality, whether it's all the value add services that we provide, all or we help them grow their business, whatever that might be. What I mean, it's not an um, I don't want to go into all that, but the point is, customers should be able to tell the difference between you and your competition, and that's what Jack Trout focused was. He says, you know what, we need to shift away from a weight loss drink into a healthy energy drink. So those of you guys who haven't taken a look at the packaging of Celsius, take a look. It will have fruits on it. It will have colors that kind of makes you feel that it's a healthy drink. Because what had happened in last several years is there has been a lot of information about risk of caffeine, about risk of sugar, risk of other ingredients that some of these things uses. Simply speaking, people are more aware of the risk. So when they see another drink, they just don't go and grab it. So he comes around, he says, you know what? Let's change that narrative. And we're going to change this narrative that we are a healthy energy drink, not just any energy drink. I mean, take a look at, so a lot of people on the call compared Celsius with Monster. I remember that. And Monster has done phenomenal in terms of return of capital to investors. I mean, wonderful company. They did very, very well. But question to you would be, do you see them as a healthy energy drink? Or if I say healthy energy drink, what drinks come to your mind? So Jack Trout was able to go in and said, you know what we're going to do is we're just going to rebrand the product. That's how we are going to promote it. No ingredients has changed. So remember, it's exactly the same product. Nothing has changed. And he's saying we're just going to rebrand the product and we're going to tell everybody that we are a healthy energy drink. And you'll be surprised how much change that brought to the company. The second problem he recognized was that, who are the drinkers of these energy drinks? Oftentimes, you will see that the customer base primarily to be men. You know, he says, you know what? By rebranding it as a healthy drink, we can also attract women. They want healthy drinks as well. They don't want some macho drink out there. They want to drink something healthy. So by bringing this concept of healthy drink, he was able to attract men and women. So that's the strategy he used. All the ad campaigns, all the marketing campaigns got directed towards gym, people working out, people biking, cycling, traveling, people who like to stay fit. Those were the customer base. That's how they did the ad. Those were the influencers. Those were the people. Anybody who was in a health and fitness category, they were promoting this brand. That's how they kind of got rid of that whole old image and got themselves a new image as a healthy energy drink. And then in 2017, company came back on Nasdaq. So here we are in 2024, and we have seen that from 2017 to 2024, company is growing even during COVID. Think about it. In COVID, people were not traveling as much. Everybody was at home. But because this company rebranded themselves as a healthy energy drink, sales were still up. People were still buying the product. But then this whole drink space has another problem, or for that matter, actually, a lot of other products also have the similar kind of problems, which is distribution. If you are not a big brand like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, then you're going to have a hard time getting an end cap, a cooler. If your sales are not up there, the retailer is just going to throw you out. They want to put the products that can sell. But if you're a product that belongs to a big company, then you have a chance to staying at some of these retailers out there. So this is where another major shift this company did. They were able to get a deal with Pepsi. Pepsi invested $550 million in 2022. And obviously, one of the techniques that I use when I'm investing in companies is if I see a very good, stable company like Pepsi or Coca-Cola or Apple, and they invest in another smaller company, and I feel like, okay, there's like good synergy there, that's a vote of confidence. That gives you another reason why you want to invest in that company. Or better yet, you can always invest in a parent company. So for example, if I was deciding between Celsius and Pepsi, and I wasn't uh, very confident about Celsius, because just see, you can do a lot of different things. You can rebrand your product, you can get distribution, you can get people on your back. That doesn't mean you can't fail. You can still fail. That can still happen. So even though Celsius has made all kind of changes, they're doing all kind of right things to be on the right path. uh, that doesn't mean that it's like impossible for them to fail. They can fail, but they have more chances of survival today than they had 10 years ago. So anyhow, back in 2022, Pepsi went out there and invested $550 million that in a distribution deal. So that helps them got a big market reach. Now, in spite of all that, there are there are some issues. For example, many states has put in laws in place for kids to not drink certain kind of drinks. So there are those issues. People obviously, I mean, you can rebrand yourself, but can you hide the reality for a long time? I mean, I'm researching the company. I'm sure other people research the company. It's just a matter of time before this information spreads out, or maybe uh, maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe Celsius got so much money and they really focused on making their product more healthier. Maybe they they really uh, live that narrative. Maybe they are really focused on, hey, let's how can we continue to improve this product and make it healthier. So maybe that is going on behind the scene as well. So that is an issue. And then if we talk about energy drink markets, what kind of names come to our mind? We think of Red Bull, we think of Monster. So this company would have to take market share from them. So will they be able to take it? I mean, whenever a newcomer comes to compete, the older competition will double down and not let them enter into the market. So it's not that easy for them to be able to take the market share from them. So I know Celsius is obviously growing. Their stock is growing, and they are expanding in a lot of different countries. But just remember this: that's a it's the exact same product that failed 10 years ago. You know, not much has changed since then. What has only changed is that they have now help from Pepsi for distribution. They obviously have a lot more cash flow, so they have money, and they have rebranded themselves. So that's what's going on with the company from a business point of view. So what kind of business lessons we learn as a business owner from this company? Number one, connections. You got to make connections. Sometimes I meet with people and we become lifelong friends. They are builders, they are business owners, they are doctors, they're investors, and they bring so much value to me. That helps me connect them with different people. Other people feel very much valued because I'm able to make those connections. So that works very well. So in this case, we can learn that if it wasn't for Pepsi, this company might not have survived. They might have lost the market share and died the second time. So having connections is so important. If you meet a good doctor, a good tax professional, good attorney, good business advisor, good insurance agent, um, people around you who can connect you with other good people, become their friends, even if you have to pay premium for their services. And I'm not saying this because I'm a tax professional. I I'm saying this because I'm a business owner. I know it works. So many times I join conferences. So many times I join mastermind groups, not because I will make any money off it. I join them because I want to connect with people. Connections can build your wealth. Connections can help you capture new markets, things that you don't even know about. So many times connections will come tell you an opportunity that it was not even on your radar. So having connections is very, very big. Second lesson we can learn is being able to properly brand our product. People need to be able to differentiate you from everybody else. You can't be the same product or same service as everybody else. Very, very important. And lastly, I would say you need to be very clear about your expansion plans. For example, what else can you sell? Who else can you sell it to? Where else can you sell your products or services? And I think a lot of that comes from connections as well. Very, 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 very helpful. For example, um, and this is like an investment strategy, is if I can find out what companies Celsius is doing business with in France, Australia, New Zealand. Obviously, they don't have presence there. They're going to use other companies to go there. We know today Celsius has the momentum. We know companies growing in the United States. It's fair to assume they will continue to do that in other countries as well. And obviously, they will be starting from ground zero over there. So if we can find who are they partnering up in those countries, which is fairly easy to find out, by the way. Um, You can just do a quick search, and I'm sure you'll find that. That can help us make good money through investments as well. So that could be a strategy we can use. But anyhow, that's my thought on this company. If you want to add something, please feel free to do so. You know, we discuss it every now and then because it's such a success story, right? It's been growing like crazy. But I thought it was a good idea to go back and kind of learn the history of this company, so I have a better understanding as to what this company does. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, comment, definitely leave it here or just send it to me, and we'll discuss it in our bi-weekly discussion calls. Thank you.